Now, protests were held in several countries over the Gaza hospital explosion. Protesters were angry over the deadly explosion that has killed 500 people. They were chanting anti-Israel slogans in these rallies. Here's more.
Feel defeated and helpless and also hopeless and nihilistic about what's been happening, but I also do think it's important to not wallow or dwell in those negative feelings, and if you could, to harness whatever you're feeling into energy, and then you could spread that to more and more people.
The war started when the Hamas rampaged across communities in southern Israel on October 7th. There were conflicting claims of who was responsible for the explosion. Hamas officials in Gaza quickly blamed an Israeli airstrike. Israel denied it was involved and released a flurry of video, audio, and other information that it said that showed the blast was instead due to a rocket misfire. Agency report, Republic TV.
Now, President Joe Biden has said that Egypt's president has agreed to open the Gaza border crossing to allow at least 20 trucks with humanitarian aid supplies to cross over. Now, Joe Biden made the comments aboard the Air Force One as his flight took off for Washington. The president has told reporters that he spoke to the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who's agreed to reopen his country's sealed border crossing to allow for trucks.
This has been a very blunt negotiation I've had, and so we want to get as many of the trucks out as possible. There's, I guess, 150 or something there. Not all of them will go. The first tranche, if there's a second tranche, see how it goes. The commitment is, if in fact they cross the border, the UN is going to be on the other side and then distributing it, which is going to take a little time to set up probably. But the point being that if Hamas confiscates it or doesn't let it get through or just confiscates it, then it's going to end, because we're not going to be sending any humanitarian aid to Hamas if they're going to be confiscated. That's the commitment that I've made. And so the bottom line is that El-Sisi deserves some real credit, because he was very accommodating and, quite frankly, as everyone I've spoken to thus far since this trip began.